Just break up with him, would you? Why are you still with him? Jeff is stuck with you, but don't you understand that he doesn't want to be with you? He's just with you because you're the president's daughter. He doesn't love you. He loves me. We love each other. So you need to let him go.
Who is this? I'm sorry to be rude, but do we know each other?
Excuse me. Don't pretend like you don't know who I am. I am Jeff's girlfriend. He was with me until you came along and stole him from me.
Stole? Excuse me?
I'm the one who should be marrying Jeff, not you.
Okay, would you please calm down? I understand you seem to know Jeff. I assume you know Jeff and I are getting married. Could you tell me your name? Otherwise, this isn't going anywhere if I don't know who I'm speaking with.
Oh, you're still gonna keep up that stunt. I know you know who I am.
I don't actually. In fact, I don't understand anything that you're saying.
What? How could you not? I've been with Jeff for 3 years, and you just came into his life and pried him away from me. How could you not feel guilty for stealing someone else's man?
I really think you're misunderstanding. I don't believe I stole Jeff from you. When we started dating, he wasn't seeing anyone.
I can't believe what a liar you are. You don't deserve to be with him. I am so much more compatible with Jeff than you. You just have him wrapped around your finger because of your father. You mean nothing to him.
Excuse me. How could you know anything about us? I'm sorry, but I really don't know what you're talking about. All I can say is Jeff never mentioned anything about you, so to me, you are nothing.
Oh, there you go. I knew you would be a spoiled skink. Pretentious and schemy.
Okay, that's enough. I think we're done here.
No, we are not. Not until you break up with him. You still don't get it, do you? He doesn't want to be with you. I am telling you the truth. You can't make him happy. So break up with him already. Besides, you're too old for him.
Excuse me, I'm only 1 year older than Jeff. How did you even get that information? Who gave you this number?
Who do you think? Jeff did. He gave me your number so I can talk to you directly since he couldn't tell you himself.
I don't believe you. This is getting ridiculous. I am leaving now. Goodbye. Hey, Jeff, do you have a minute?
Sure, what's up? I just left the office. I'm on the train now.
I received a strange message from someone.
Really? Who was it from?
It was from someone I didn't know. At least I don't think so. We went back and forth a few times. I asked her who it was, but she wouldn't say. She claims that I stole you from her.
What?
Do you happen to know some crazy ex of yours who wants you back?
Huh? What? What exactly did this person say?
Well, I'm assuming it's a she. It could be a he.
If it's one of my exes, then it has to be a she.
Right. She claims that she's known you for 3 years and she deserves to marry you instead of me. I asked her for her name, but she wouldn't reveal herself. She said it's someone I should know, but I have no idea who it is. It was so strange. Do you have any clue who this could be?
Wait. I am so lost. This person said you stole me from her? I wasn't dating anyone when I met you. In fact, I was single since I broke up with Sarah, which you knew about.
Right. I don't think it was Sarah. She's happily married with 2 children. Besides, she doesn't fit the psychopath profile like this one.
No, it can't be her. Besides, we've known each other for a lot longer.
We met about 2 years ago, so it must have been someone you met before me.
Someone I met 3 years ago? I really don't recall.
She also said she loves you. She said the only reason you're with me is because my father is the president of our company.
She said she loves me? I really don't know who this person is, but this person is rude and delusional.
So you really don't have a clue?
No, I have no idea. I think you should just ignore her.
It has to be someone from our company.
Yeah, if she knows about you and your father, it's very likely.
Could it be someone you work with? I can't think of any other way she would know this information.
Oh!
Oh?
I think I may know who it is. It's just an assumption.
Tell me.
I think she may be the contract worker on my team.
Really? Why do you think it's her?
You said she's known me for 3 years, right? We first hired Clara about 3 years ago. She wasn't on my team, but she was sitting in my row when she first came to work for us.
And then?
And then, nothing. I mean, we chatted in the kitchen occasionally when we bumped into each other getting coffee.
That's it. What did you guys talk about?
Usually work stuff, sometimes about which Netflix shows were good. She left in a year, I think. Then your father hired her back about 3 months ago, this time into our team.
Really?
Yeah, you remember Lara is on maternity leave, so we needed someone who could cover for her.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me that. I see. So is her contract up soon?
I'm not sure. I think her contract was a year long.
So she still has more time. Why do you think it's her then?
Well, I don't know if it's her. But she has been very kind to me. She brought me chocolate bars and coffee when I was busy and stuck at my desk.
You think she was flirting with you?
I'm not sure. Maybe she was nice to everyone. I wasn't paying much attention. But then something strange happened.
Yeah? What happened?
Last week, your father told my team that I'm getting married next month. Your father is overlooking my department, so he announced it to a pretty wide audience.
Yes, I am aware. You went out for drinks with everyone.
That's right. That was nice. But Clara hasn't been in the office since that day.
Really?
She called in sick on the first day. She hasn't called in since. I tried her number a few times, but she hasn't picked up. Then I heard a rumor that she was heartbroken from breaking up with her boyfriend.
So she has a boyfriend, or had one.
It's only a rumor, so I don't know if it's true. She needs to call in so we can talk about her situation, but she can't be reached. I spoke with HR about it.
What did HR say?
They told me not to contact her further since she's obviously has been ignoring my calls. They said she could be suffering some kind of harassment at work.
What? Did you know about this?
Of course not, but I was told to refrain from calling her. HR says if the reason she stopped coming to work suddenly is because of her mental state, I shouldn't agitate her even more. They will attempt to contact her and take necessary action within the company policy.
I see.
I was a little shocked when I first heard about it. I couldn't recall any incident where she was feeling uncomfortable. But it is true she has been avoiding my calls.
I see. Can I just check a couple of things?
Sure, well, what is it?
Is Clara younger than you?
I don't know her exact age, but when she first worked here, I think she just graduated from college, so she must be in her mid-20s now. Why?
The person that messaged me said she was more compatible because I was too old for you.
Now that is an awful thing to say. I can't believe anyone would say such a thing to you. I'm so sorry for getting you involved in this.
I'm fine, you don't have to worry about me. I'm just curious who this mysterious person is. She definitely thinks you belong to her.
What? That sounds weird if it was Clara. I am her manager. Besides, the rumor I heard is her fiancé called off the wedding. I am definitely not her fiancé. I never even went out with her.
Interesting. In her mind, maybe you two were going out.
What? This sounds like a horror story now.
Or maybe she's telling the truth?
Let's get this straight right now. I am not cheating on you. There is no way I would do that to you. I love you more than anything in this world.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Absolutely 100% sure. You believe me, right?
Of course, just checking. Is it true that you love me for the status and you're after my money?
Oh, that's just cruel now. Don't believe a word she says.
I'm just kidding. Gotta cover all the bases though, right?
I don't think it's very funny. I'm a little freaked out by all of this, to be honest.
It's just too bad you have to deal with this. This person obviously likes you.
Maybe, but without reciprocation.
Yes, one-sided love. She's definitely heartbroken and pissed off at me.
Really? Why would she be angry at you?
Well, her first words were break up with Jeff. So Clara's been out of the office since you made that announcement, right?
Right. It's still hard to believe she would contact you. I never saw her in that way. I was never interested in her.
She's not the type of girl you would go after?
Not even close. In fact, I don't care about anyone else but you.
Textbook answer. But I'll take it for now.
It's true.
I don't want to deal with her anymore. Do you think you can handle it from here?
Of course. I mean, it's a little creepy for me too, but I don't want you to get involved any further. The only problem is I'm not allowed to contact her directly. I'll reach out to HR and ask them for their advice.
Yes, could you do that, please?
If she comes into the office, that would be the best opportunity to clear things up with her.
Yes, besides, I'm not even certain if this mystery person is Clara. I don't think we need to tell my father about this yet.
Yeah, he's got enough to worry about. Leave this one to me. I'll let you know what HR says first. We can tell your father if it becomes a bigger issue. I'll get it resolved before our wedding. Don't worry about anything, babe.
Okay, I'm glad we're all clear here. Love you.
I am on my way to my honeymoon with Jeff. Don't bother to stick around.
Hello again. Jeff told me to ignore your messages, but I thought you ought to know that we are married.
So what? It means nothing to me. It's just a piece of paper. Jeff's heart belongs to me. Jeff loves me, not you.
Is this Clara? Jeff told me about you.
Oh, so you knew about me.
So it is you. Jeff told me you used to work with him, but you stopped coming into the office. Jeff said he wanted to speak to you, but he couldn't reach you.
Really? Jeff wanted to speak to me? The company kept calling me, but I didn't know it was Jeff. He should have just came over to my place if he wants to talk.
What? Your place?
Since he told you about me, do you understand now how much we're in love? It doesn't matter even if he married you. You are just a front. The person he truly loves is me, only me.
I'm lost for words. I'm sorry, but I still don't understand what you're talking about. What Jeff told me is that he has no feelings for you. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but it seems your love is one-sided. Jeff said he's never asked you on a date. Did you guys ever go out?
That's a lie. We hung out. We went to dinner together.
He mentioned that he may have seen you at a company holiday event, but that was the only occasion you hung out outside the office.
We deeply understand each other. I can tell from the way he looks at me. The moment I met him, I knew he was my soulmate. It's mutual. I know it.
I don't think so, Clara. He said he was never attracted to you.
What? That's a lie.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I appreciate that you think Jeff is attractive. I think he's a hunk, no doubt. But he's my husband and we are married. There's really no place for you in this relationship.
Your husband?
Yes, Jeff is my husband and I am his wife.
Wait till you're not. You're soon going to be his ex-wife. Jeff is going to divorce you and marry me. A fake marriage won't last long.
You are absurd.
I know for a fact Jeff didn't want to marry you. You're just a tool. He just wants to be successful at work. The only reason he couldn't say no to marrying you was because of your father. Your father pushed him to marry you.
Excuse me, you are out of line here. Don't get my father involved in this. Jeff chose to marry me for who I am, not because he was pressured into it.
Poor woman. You may be wealthy, but you still don't get it. Actually, I'm sorry for Jeff. He couldn't even choose his own partner. That's why I'm here to save him from you. I'll be spending the entire honeymoon with Jeff and make sure you're out of his life.
Do you realize how screwed up you are? Here are the facts. Jeff and I went to the same university. We've known each other for over 8 years, but started dating 2 years ago. You may know already, but my father joined Jeff's company last year. It was just a coincidence that my father happened to find a new position at a company where Jeff was working at. My father is a lot more senior and experienced, so he joined as the director of Jeff's department.
Why would any of that matter? Jeff's been with me since 3 years ago. He was with me the entire time. You said it yourself, you only started dating Jeff after me.
Isn't it a fact that you only saw him in the office? I heard you weren't even on the same team at the beginning.
That's right. I reapplied to specifically join his team. I could have chosen a different position, but since he's so shy, I thought I would just stay close to him.
Shy?
I was always by his side.
You sat next to him.
We stayed late in the office to meet deadlines. I went out to buy dinner for him.
You mean you took orders for the whole team as part of your job?
We even slept together on the same desk.
It's called a power nap. People do it all the time right around deadline week.
We were pretty much like husband and wife since then.
Really? That's all it takes to be married?
Shut up! It's true that you came out of nowhere. One day out of the blue, your father came and announced Jeff had to marry you.
No, actually, it wasn't out of the blue. We have been engaged for almost a year now. Have you not known? Jeff and my father were waiting for the right timing to make the announcement. Besides, Jeff was never in a romantic relationship with you.
It's platonic. He's too shy.
I see. Now I know for sure. You really are just a stalker.
What? How dare you?
You are. What you're doing is a clear definition of a stalker.
I am here to enjoy my trip with Jeff, so please just go home.
Excuse me, but where did you say you are now?
I'm in Rome, same as you. I'll take over the honeymoon from here.
What? We're in Miami, though.
What? Miami, as in Florida.
Yes, Florida. Why did you think we were in Rome?
Why aren't you in Rome? I thought the honeymoon was going to be in Rome.
Who said?
Jeff had so many brochures of Italy on his desk. Rome was his top destination. It had to be Rome.
Uh-huh. Well, too bad we're not in Rome right now, although it's a great place.
You made changes to his plan because you knew I would be there.
No, unless I'm a psychic. How would I have known that you would be joining us unannounced at our honeymoon? Actually, Miami was Jeff's choice. It was decided from the very beginning. Clara, do you know what Jeff's hobby is?
He sings well.
If you think so. It's pizza, actually.
Pizza?
Yes, he loves all kinds of pizza, but he has a favorite place in Rome called Mario's. That Mario's opened up a restaurant in Miami last month. So, without hesitation, Jeff booked our flights to Miami. We decided to put ourselves up at a nice hotel and make it our honeymoon. We have already been to Rome 3 times together. So when Jeff chose Miami as our honeymoon destination, I agreed immediately, as long as it was anywhere but Rome.
So Jeff is not in Rome?
Nope, we're at Mario's in Miami. I'm sorry, but for someone who claims to know Jeff well, I'm surprised you didn't know Jeff's love for pizza. What do you know about Jeff?
I can't believe you're not in Rome. My tickets are non-refundable and I booked my hotel for the rest of the week.
I'm sorry that you're paying extra for a worthless trip. You should try to enjoy yourself while you're there. Rome is a beautiful city.
No, I'm going to head out to the airport. I'm taking the next available flight to Miami.
What? You're thinking about coming to Miami?
Of course. I have to be there for Jeff. I'm sure he's waiting to see me.
I don't think he is. Besides, how would you find us? There are a lot of hotels in Miami.
I'll be at Mario's by tomorrow morning.
You shouldn't bother. We're at Mario's right now. We ate everything on the menu we wanted. I think we're pizzaed out for this trip, so we won't be returning anytime soon. Don't you have other things to worry about?
What worries? I don't care about anything else at this point.
I heard you haven't been at work in 3 weeks. You haven't called in either, have you?
I don't care about work. You took Jeff away from me. I can't get myself to go to work. It's all your fault.
Do you actually think the company will accept that lame excuse? In case you aren't aware, unless you report to the office physically by end of day tomorrow, you're going to be fired.
What? They can't do that.
Apparently they can. My father said that he's been sending you emails warning you to come into the office, otherwise there will be consequences for you. Have you been reading your emails?
I haven't. I haven't read anything your father has been sending me. I hate him for arranging Jeff's marriage with you. I've been ignoring all of his calls, too.
Wait, so you're ignoring calls from your supervisor? How about HR? I believe they've also been reaching out to you. You really should check your emails.
No way! How could they do this to me?
If you're going to fly back, you might as well fly back to the office as soon as you can.
What? That's impossible! There are no return flights today. It takes 10 hours to get back. There's no way I'm gonna make it back in time.
So then you're definitely fired.
Shut up! You stole Jeff from me and now you're telling me I'm losing my job? This isn't fair. It's not happening. I needed to be away from work since I broke up with Jeff.
You didn't break up with Jeff. You were never dating Jeff.
Shut up. I am going to sue you.
Excuse me, why would you sue me?
There's no way the company can let me go like this. I know you schemed this with your father just to kick me out from Jeff's life.
That is ridiculous. Why would I need to do that? I have half a mind to go to the police and file a restraining order against you.
You think I'm going down without a fight? You can't take Jeff away from me like this. We are in love. I'm not going to let that happen.
I'm not sure if you're going after me or the company. Just let me tell you that the company has every right to fire you. You've been absent without notifying your team or the company for over 2 weeks. It's in the company policy if you read it carefully.
What? You're making that up.
Apparently not. You should check it out for yourself. They must have handed you a copy during the compliance training during your first week of employment. According to HR, if you're out for 2 weeks without notice, the company has the right to take action and fire you. When my father reached out to HR, that was their advice.
Wait, what if I call in now?
I think it's a little too late for that. Do you realize it's been over 3 weeks? What are you going to tell them?
I'll tell them I'm in Italy now. I need another week off as I'm flying to Miami to meet up with Jeff for our honeymoon.
I dare you. If you do that, everyone will know how crazy you are. It might make it easier to fire you, in fact.
I'm not crazy.
In any case, I wish you luck. There's a time lag between Europe and the States. I hope you make it in time so you can at least save your job.
Clara got fired. I just found out. Her desk was cleared out this morning when I came to the office. I feel sorry for her, but I'm actually glad she's gone.
Really? I guess she didn't make it back from Italy in time.
Yeah, it would have been awkward to see her in the office after what I heard she's been texting you.
Yeah, that would have been awkward for you. It would have been interesting, though.
Interesting? Are you having fun with this?
No, I mean, yes, maybe just a little bit.
You are evil.
Well, she was trying to steal my man. I'm glad she's gone too. One less thing to worry about. I need to get back to work. I've spent all morning cleaning out my inbox. I still have plenty of work to catch up on. It feels awful coming back from a honeymoon to all this.
Wait, I have one more thing I need to tell you.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Actually, I was just called into my boss's office. She asked me whether I'm willing to relocate.
What? Where do they want you to go?
Italy, Milan to be precise. It hasn't been decided yet. They are only asking whether I'm interested to start up my own team in the Milan office.
What? That sounds amazing!
Right? Amy, my love, would you come with me? I know we just got married and settled in, but it would be so much fun if we could live in Italy and travel around Europe for a couple of years.
Sure!
Really?
Of course! What else am I gonna do? Separate right after we get married? Besides, Milan is the fashion center of the world. They have the yummiest food, too.
No, I'm so glad you said yes. I wasn't sure if you would be willing to move with me.
I'll speak to my manager and see if I can work remotely from Italy. Considering the time difference, I may have to work later, but I get to start work late too. That means I'll have all the time to hit the espresso bars around town for some fancy coffee and cannolis.
I'm getting excited already.
Me too.
I could eat as much pizza as I want. I'm gonna try out every pizzeria in town.
Maybe travel down to Rome on the weekends?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I can't wait to see Mario again.
I bet you're just happy to see Mario.
That's not true. I'm happy that I get to live in Italy with you and see Mario too.
Right? Just don't forget to work occasionally too.
Aye aye, ma'am. What is it?
I wonder if Clara is going to follow us to Italy.
Don't worry about her. I heard she settled down in Miami.
She moved there?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
How come? Has she given up on you?
I heard she's become a waitress at the Mario's in Miami. Seems like she followed us down there.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm not. George is friends with her on Facebook. He messaged her and actually got a reply from her.
Wow, she is hardcore absurd.
But you know we're never going back there.
Yeah, the pizza there wasn't very good.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so bad, but it's not as good as the restaurants in Rome.
Of course not, it's a franchise.
I don't know if it's the flour they use or maybe the tomatoes. It just wasn't that great. They need to import the real stuff from Italy.
Maybe it's the water.
Yeah, maybe. I'm never gonna know because I'm never going back there again.
Well, too bad for Clara. She won't get to see you for a while then.
Yeah, I hope she stays in Miami. And we will enjoy our new life in Milan.
Milan, here we come. After that, Jeff and I packed our belongings and flew out to Italy. We spent a few weeks in the service apartment, which his company paid for, while we looked for a place to live together. We found a perfect, quaint apartment with a beautiful patio. The building itself is really old but renovated. It's located in the center of everything and is just 15 minutes away from Jeff's new office. As for Jeff, he seems to be getting along well with his new teammates. His team have loaded him up with recommendations on where to find the best pizza in town. As for me, working remotely isn't always easy. The time lag does kick in occasionally when I have to work later in the evening, but overall I'm really enjoying my new life in Milan. Most of all, I'm happy I stopped receiving weird texts from Clara. From what I heard, Clara seems to have found a new target down in Miami. It seems she fell in love with a sommelier at Mario's. I remember the sommelier because he was particularly very good looking. I think back sometimes to this whole Clara incident. To be honest, I'm still not sure if she was completely making it all up. There could be some truth to what she said. Either way, I decided not to dwell on it. Besides, in the end, Jeff is with me. What more can you ask for? Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please hit subscribe for more videos.
Babe, I'm getting off from work right now. Are you done getting ready?
Yeah, I'm done doing my makeup, but the clothes that I was going to wear are gone. I put it out so that I won't forget about what to wear. I have no idea where it went. Do you know where my dress went? It's this ivory-colored one-piece. I thought I put it up on the door.
The one you bought the other day at the mall?
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. I can't seem to find it anywhere. I've looked.
Are you sure? Make sure to take some time to think to yourself. When is the last time you've seen the dress?
I looked everywhere. I know for a fact that I've taken it out of the closet room. There's no way that I wouldn't be able to spot it.
Huh. Well, this is really weird. I don't understand how a dress could just disappear like that. I wonder what happened. Either way, to me, you look beautiful in anything that you wear. Just put anything on that you like.
But I did my makeup to match that outfit that I was going to wear, though. All right. I'll try my best to look for it a little more and see what happens. I'll be out in like 5 minutes.
Okay. We're not in a rush or anything, so take your time. I'll be waiting in the car outside.
Amelia, I'm so sorry. I wore that ivory dress that you had out in your room to a meeting yesterday, but then I accidentally busted the sides of it. What do I do? Here, will you take this as an apology? Forgive me. Valentine, that dress is really important to me. How could you just act like it's not that big of a deal when you've ruined it? Why? Is it really expensive? What's wrong with it? Not only was that dress expensive, but Carlos bought it for me as a gift after I gave birth for going through a lot during the pregnancy. How could you just take that and wear it for yourself without even telling me anything? You didn't ask for permission. Are you really going to be like this just because I wore your clothes out for a little bit? It's not that big of a deal. Look, it's not that I'm annoyed about the fact that you wore it. It's the fact that you just took it without even asking if you could borrow it. Are you telling me that I'm a thief or what? No, I didn't say that you're a thief. What I'm saying is that you've ruined my clothes and took it from me without even asking if you could wear it out. You're so slim. How did you manage to bust open the sides like that? What did you do? That's why I told you that I'm sorry for ruining your clothes. Does it make any difference if I tell you how it got busted on its side? It's not like your dress is going to tailor itself back to how it used to be. I'm asking because I just don't understand how something like that could have possibly happened. Why would the dress burst open on the sides like that? I'm not going to tell you how it happened. Valentine, are you being serious with me right now? Are you going to keep going on with yelling at me like that? Goodness. This is not even what I'm trying to do right now. I'm just so frustrated because you're refusing to see what the problem is, Valentine. I'm sorry. Can you please stop being mad? Please let it slide this one time. The situation hasn't even been resolved. You're just trying to jokingly apologize to me and call it a day. Don't you remember the last time you wore my skirt out and busted that one open too? Do you even have some kind of common sense? Don't you think that you're being a little too harsh with what you're saying to me? I'm going to tell my mom about what happened today. If you're going to tattletale, I won't hesitate to tell Carlos about what happened too. I know you're scared of Carlos. Are you really going to be petty like this, Amelia? Okay, I understand. I said that I'm sorry. Can you just let it slide this one time? I'm still young and flourishing. I make mistakes here and there. You've already passed that point. Come on. Can you please stop being angry at me? Please? All right. You're right about the dress not fixing itself. So I'll let it slide this one last time. Please don't let something like this happen ever again. With how I feel, I want to make you pay for how much that dress cost Carlos. But that dress has a memory that I can't even buy with money. I don't think I'll be able to calm down even if I got a replacement, so it's whatever. What? The dress has memories? What are you talking about? That's a cringy way to put it. Anyway, thanks for understanding. I'm so sorry about that. Babe, don't go scolding Valentine after I tell you about what happened. Just promise that you'll only listen. Promise.
What happened that you're forcing me to just listen? Did Valentine do something to you again? Man, I should just go and teach her a lesson so she can get a hold of herself.
Just listen, okay? I'm going to take care of this on my end. But I just wanted to tell you about what happened since you're my husband. It seems like Valentine has been borrowing my clothes without even asking for my permission beforehand. She gives them back each time she does it, but every time she brings the clothes back, it's ripped or busted open somewhere.
What? How aggressively could she wear a piece of shirt or some pants? How are they ripped and where?
One time she took my button up without asking, but then brought it back just for all of the buttons to be ripped off. Then the dress that you bought me, the ivory one, she also took that without my permission and wore it.
Why does she wear your clothes without asking anyway? It's so weird. Don't siblings usually fight a lot because of stuff like this? She's not even that close to you. How bad was the tear on the dress this time?
The whole side of the dress was all torn up. It was absolutely busted open.
This side? I don't really get why, though. She's not a big girl at all.
If she at least returned it without putting a rip in it, I wouldn't be this mad about it to begin with. You know that pajama dress that I wear at night? To go to sleep in? It's like a nightgown. She took that one too. Then she bought it back again. But that one was just absolutely messed up. It was like a rag.
This is ridiculous. It's not like she has a dog in the house or anything. So what is making her damage these clothes so much? My parents taught her better than that too. I'm going to give her a call and see what's going on with her.
Oh, no. Don't call her, no. I don't want to be seen as someone who just makes her husband deal with it instead of dealing with the problem on her own.
I feel so bad about it though. What are you going to do then?
I'm not really going to do anything crazy or out of the ordinary. I'm just going to follow her and see what she is doing in these clothes that she borrows. How about calling her up and asking if she wants to go out to dinner with us? I'm sure that she'll try to take one of my clothes again so that she can wear it.
I'll try to hit her up. Also, don't get hurt in the process of whatever happens. Always be careful with what you do, alright?
Don't worry. I'll think of a plan. It's going to be at the end of the week anyway.
Are you following her right now? What's going on?
Yeah, she went into the subway station and now is inside of the bathroom. I'm waiting for her to come outside. There's a pillar next to it, so I'm hiding behind it.
Is she wearing your clothes again this time? Or did she, by chance, wear hers today?
Yep. She took this two-piece suit set. She's not wearing it, though. I know it's in her purse. It's not cheap. I'm feeling nervous.
The suit jacket and the skirt that you wore to your work award dinner?
Yeah, that's exactly the one that she took. How upsetting. Oh, wait. She came out of the bathroom and changed into the two-piece. But, she's not wearing much inside of the jacket. It seems like she's just wearing a bra and that's about it.
Really? It's cold outside today. Why is she dressed like that?
I know, right? It's giving me the shivers just by looking at how she's dressed.
Is she getting on the subway? What is she doing? I'm really hoping that there isn't a twist to this whole thing.
No. She's actually heading back out to the streets. She went out of the second exit. I'm following her right now to see where she's headed to.
Where is she going dressed like that? It's a little too early to be partying. The sun's still out.
I have no idea. She's on the phone with someone, talking in a very high-pitched voice like she's trying to be cute or something. You know, that reminds me of when I first got with you. I tried everything to sound cute.
You were still cute as you were since day one. Are you outside of the subway station now?
Yeah. Oh. Wait, she met up with some guy. She kissed him as soon as they met up.
She has a boyfriend? I had no idea. I wonder who it is.
Wait a minute. She's walking into the hotel. So you're telling me that she's been going to the hotel with some guy in my clothes this whole time? That's nasty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to apologize in her place. I don't know why she's wearing your clothes.
I'm going to wait for her in this cafe that's right in front of the hotel. I'll text you when I see her come back outside. Oh, I see her. She just came out of the hotel now.
She came back out. Is the suit looking all right?
Huh. Now I understand what's been going on. She must be roughhousing in my clothes instead of in her own clothes.
It's ripped. Again? Oh, what am I going to do about this child?
Yep. I can see that the skirt has a rip in it. Here we go again. Come on. If this happens every single time, how many more clothes is she going to waste when she decides to have kids?
If she's going to be rough like that, why would she do it in your clothes? That's disrespectful. She should be wearing her own clothes.
I knew something like this was going to happen. When I first got pregnant, she would talk about how I have so many cute clothes and whatnot. Talking about how if you get pregnant, you'll gain a lot of weight. And if so, then she can wear my clothes while I'm pregnant.
The problem is you've already given birth and now back to the weight that you used to be. So, why is she still wearing your clothes? Not only that, but she's ruining them every single time.
I bet she doesn't want to waste her own clothes, and that's exactly why she's wearing mine. I thought she was going out partying and clubbing in my clothes, but I had no idea that this was what the deal was.
I'm really sorry, Amelia. This is embarrassing. What can I do to make you feel better? I wish this was all a setup.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Don't be embarrassed about it either. It's not like it's your fault. This is Valentine's fault. Leave her alone for now. I'll just try to talk it out with her and hope that she cuts it out. If she continues to take my clothes and come back with them all ruined, I'm going to take it to the next step.
If you need any help, make sure to call or text me. I'll always be here.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Did you get into my closet again? I see that my two-piece is looking a bit different. How did you know? I put it back deep inside of the closet. I didn't think I'd get caught. You ripped it again. I can see that the skirt has a huge rip on it. Yes, I was trying to be careful with it, but... If you would just ask if you can borrow it instead of stealing it from me, that'd be better. But you just want to keep taking it without my permission. I can't stand you ripping and tearing my clothes like this anymore. I've already warned you to cut it out by now. You do realize that you've ignored my warning, right? I'm sorry. I'll make sure to ask before I try and borrow your clothes from now on. I promise. I have a really important get-together coming up. It's supposed to be a high school gathering. They are all doing so much better off than I am, and I don't want to seem like I'm falling behind on the game. Can I at least borrow one of your clothes to look flashy and seem like I know what I'm doing with my life? What is it that you want to borrow? You've seen everything that's in my closet by now. I've seen this one really unique-looking jacket in there. Like this. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Okay, so you want to borrow that jacket is what you're telling me right now. Yeah. I was thinking about how nice that jacket is. Can you please let me borrow it? Please? Sure, go ahead. I doubt that you'll be able to ruin a whole entire jacket, so I'll let you borrow it. Thank you, Amelia! You really are the best, do you know? My brother really married the best person that he could marry out here. Here, take this and I hope you get something nice for yourself. I'm giving it to you as a token of gratitude. Yeah, thanks. I'm once again going on an undercover mission spying on your sister.
Oh man, I'm so sorry about this. Are you going to confront her about it?
Yeah, I'm planning on finally catching her in the act. I can't even count how many pieces of my clothing she's ruined until now. If she's going to go buck wild in clothes, why can't she do that in cheap clothes? My clothes never did anything wrong to her.
Is she by that hotel again? Or is she going somewhere else this time?
No, it's a different neighborhood this time. I'm wondering if her boyfriend lives here or something.
Ah, I see. Well, it's nice that she's willing to go all the way to her boyfriend's neighborhood. I'm glad she has some kind of manners, at least. Is the boyfriend out there yet?
Yeah. She just met up with him, but...
Why? What's going on?
Yeah, something is indeed going on. I'm just not sure if what I'm looking at is the right thing to be looking at. Are my eyes deceiving me? I hope this is not what I'm thinking it is.
Are you not feeling too well?
No, it's not that. Valentine just went into this hotel in this town with her boyfriend, but the guy... He's not the same guy as last time.
Huh? Really? Are you sure? Maybe he just looks different because he's wearing something else than last time.
No, I'm sure. He looks much different. Plus, this guy is way taller than the last guy that she was with.
So is she cheating on 2 guys? Oh, this is not good news. Why would she do this?
I'm so shocked that I couldn't even go and talk to her.
Did you get a glimpse of what he looked like? It might be someone that I know.
He's got light brown hair, a little wavy. Very tall and slim, but he's got a muscular build. Kind of like a dancer? Maybe he does ballet. I am actually not too sure. Looks like he has a couple tattoos on his arms.
Oh no. Darn it, I feel bad for him. What am I going to do about this?
You know him? Is he your friend?
Of course I know him. He's my friend's little brother. Valentine went to the school festival that they had over by their school, and believe it or not, she saw him and instantly fell in love. She was begging me to ask my friend for his number. I don't care if they date each other or whatever, but I don't think it's right that he's getting cheated on.
This is a tricky situation, even for you. What should we do about this? Should we tell him the truth about your sister? Do you have that guy's number? Let's try to get in contact with them.
Okay, I would love to text them myself, but I think we're going to go into a meeting here in a second. Here, try to see if he answers. Thank you so much for doing what I should be doing for me.
That's fine. I just want to hurry up and finish the situation off before it goes into the abyss. Thank you too. Hi! I'm sorry about the bother, but this is Valentine's sister-in-law. I heard that your brother is my husband's best friend, so I asked my husband for your number. I need to talk about something with you.
Oh, hello. How are you? What is it that you wanted to tell me about?
I'm going to keep this short and clear. Your girlfriend is cheating on you. She kept taking my clothes and wearing them out without my permission. And not only that, but she kept bringing it back all torn up and damaged. I just couldn't figure out what in the world she was doing in my clothes. But then I found her going into a hotel with some other guy that wasn't you the other day.
Are you really telling me the truth? This can't be.
Yes. Sky blue button-up with pearls, red nightgown, ivory-colored dress, gray two-piece set suit. Out of these clothes, which one haven't you seen her wearing until now at the hotel?
The shirt and the ivory dress. Those 2 are the ones that I haven't seen. Are you sure? I want to believe her because she's my girlfriend, but...
This is the only proof that I have right now. You see how she talks about that ivory-colored dress? Well, either way, I have no reason to lie to you about Valentine. I just wanted to let you know what was going on.
No, you're right. I do believe you. I've been getting a weird vibe from her starting from a couple of months ago, but now the puzzle pieces are all matching up. Thank you. We were talking about getting married. Before that really happens, I think it's better for me to break up with her.
I see. I wish you the best of luck, and I'm sorry that I had to break the news to you. So, it was you, wasn't it? Did you really want to be such a hero and save those 2 poor men from the evil me or something? If you're jealous of me, just say that. Why would you get into something that has nothing to do with you and make me lose my relationship? You mean relationships? I'm not trying to be anything. I just wanted to tell them that they're being tricked. How can you think that I'm jealous of you? Are you still not getting it yet? What's so wrong with trying out this and that while I'm still young and beautiful? When am I going to have 2 guys be all up on me? You had no business butting your head in my personal life. Do you know how ridiculous you are right now? So I'm the ridiculous one? Well, why did you want to wear someone else's clothes that much if you thought that they were a ridiculous person to begin with? I was going to just let it slide, but I don't think I want to do that anymore. Please pay me the cost of all those clothes that you've ruined until now. Valentine, Are you ignoring me? Hello? Who is this? I'm sorry, I just picked up this phone from the person who got taken away in an ambulance. She was holding onto the phone, but she dropped it and was trying to pick it up. And she got hit by the car. The phone flew over to my side. What? Are you being serious? Yes. There's some construction going on here, so a lot of big trucks are moving around. But the lady got crushed underneath the truck and her legs got messed up. She was wearing a short skirt. There was nothing protecting her legs, so... Oh, okay. All right. Do you know what hospital she went to? I'm pretty sure this is the hospital that the ambulance came from. It's the closest emergency room from here. Thank you so much. My sister-in-law got a huge scar from the car accident. She stopped wearing revealing clothes from then on. Anything that was a little too short or revealing was out of her sight. She was resenting me and cursing me for telling her off about how she was cheating on those 2 guys that she was seeing. But it seems like karma hit her hard with this one and struck her hard. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. So, how long are you gonna sulk about this anyway? It's long past time that we all moved on. The deadline for RSVPing came and went a long time ago, you know. It was written right there on the invitation. We're just waiting for you. So send your reply to the invitation and stop wasting time. Is it not obvious to you that I'm intentionally not replying to that invite? It should be. I mean, seriously. Who would actually go to the wedding of their ex-boyfriend and the girl he cheated on you with and dumped you for? Your invitation is sitting gathering dust, and that's what it'll continue to do. It's sitting on my kitchen table, and I'll probably end up using it as a coaster for my morning coffee. I won't be sending a reply one way or the other. Excuse me. Why are you being like this? I really can't believe what I'm hearing from you right now. Is that how you treat a wedding invitation from a dear friend? A lifelong friend? Oh? And who is this friend that you're referring to? I have no idea who you're talking about. There's nobody in this scenario who fits that description. Nobody that I can see. What? What are you talking about? I'm your friend. Haven't I been your friend through thick and thin ever since grade school? Remember how we used to play hide and seek in your backyard? I do remember. But that friendship ended forever when you stole my boyfriend from me and he ended our engagement. Even long-standing friendships can be utterly destroyed by what you did to me with him. It's time you understood that and left me alone. Come on. We're all adults. So let's not stew about old news and hold grudges. It was a whole year ago. Let's move on, shall we? It's time to put it behind us and look to the future. You know, you've always been like this. Holding grudges forever over little things. So petty. No, don't you dare. Don't even go there. The fact of the matter is that you stole my boyfriend who I was planning to marry. You know it. You totally ruined my wedding plans. That's the long and short of it, and there's no getting around that fact. And you've got a lot of nerve giving me grief about rightly being angry about it, to be honest. Sure, it's easy for you to say, let bygones be bygones. You're the one who's about to get married. That's because it's a done deal at this point. There's no going back, and it's pointless to even talk about it anymore. Craig chose me over you. It's as simple as that. Case closed. I mean, it's not my fault he decided to change over when he saw another option. I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Are you serious? Did I just hear you right? Okay. I'll admit that it wasn't totally above board to do what I did. My desires got the better of me. But you gotta admit, you could have chosen a guy that you knew I wouldn't be into. I mean, you know my type. You should have known something like this could happen. So, we both bear some responsibility for the situation. I'll own it if you will. Look, we always made up and forgave each other when we were kids. That's what we have to do now, too. Just stop. This situation is nothing like anything we fought about as kids. It's not even remotely similar. Nice try, though. There will be no forgiving or forgetting about this one, and I will not. I repeat, not be attending your wedding. Like you said, case closed. No, that won't do. Come on now. Please reconsider. We really want you to give a speech too, as a friend of both the bride and groom, which is what you are. You're the only one who can do it. You cannot possibly be serious. This is a joke, right? You, who stole my fiancé, are actually asking me to give a speech at your wedding to him? I couldn't make up something this cruel if I tried. I mean, I'm seriously wondering if you're even human at this point, asking me to do this. What do you mean? I don't get why you're so angry. You should be honored. I mean, the truth is, you are my friend. And you know Craig really well, too. And, in a way, we both have you to thank for us even meeting. In fact, we like to think of you as our Cupid. That's what we call you. Meh. If I actually were Cupid, I'd shoot you both all right. But not with an arrow. What? Wow. Don't say things like that, please. Fine. It's all well and good to be fired up about your wedding, but there's more to it than that. Have you considered the bigger picture? I mean, your position in all this? Because by asking me to give a speech at your wedding, you're taking a bit of a risk. Aren't you even a little bit concerned that your shenanigans will be exposed? I mean, you didn't ever tell your parents about the whole thing, did you? Aren't you worried that I might do something to ruin the wedding? Nah, we all know you, Beth. That's why we're asking you to give this speech. We know you wouldn't say or do anything to mess up the wedding or anything. You're bigger than that. And anyway, ever since we were kids, you've always hidden behind me and been pretty spineless. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Spineless? Yeah. You've always been the hardworking honor student with the straight A's. And while you might be making a big fuss over all this right now, we all know you're gonna cave, do the right thing, and make this speech for us. So get your brain in gear and start writing a speech that'll make us all cry and bring the house down. Wow. You must think I'm an idiot talking to me like that. Either that or you think I'm still 10 years old. I mean, after all, you are marrying my sloppy seconds. So it's really kind of pathetic to keep running your victory lap over and over. It's not only redundant, but also delusional. Excuse me? Did you just call my fiancé your sloppy seconds? And now you're ridiculing our marriage? Is that what you're doing? Be careful now. Sorry, but it's the truth. And the truth hurts sometimes. You were jealous that I had him and you didn't. It was obvious then, and it's obvious now. So you stole him from me while pretending to be my friend. It doesn't get any lower than that. I honestly didn't know anyone could stoop that low. Lesson learned. Now you're really making me angry. You need to get over it. Krieg is with me. I won and you lost. Case closed. And yet you're talking like I'm the loser. You need to wake up and know your place in all this. I'm the one with the upper hand, not you. I'm in the right, not you. Like you said, the truth hurts sometimes. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You can scream it from the rooftops all you want. It makes no difference to me. I've told you now over and over and in no uncertain terms that I'm not going to your wedding. If you aren't understanding me yet, maybe you need to get your ears examined or you need English lessons. Either way, don't ask me about this again.
Hey, Beth. Are you seriously refusing to come to our wedding? What's the problem with you giving a speech as a friend of both the bride and groom? This is really selfish of you, you know that?
You two are the selfish ones. It's shockingly tone-deaf of you two to ask me to do that. I mean, are you both on drugs? Have you already forgotten what it was that you did to me?
Come on. We both apologized already. And more than once. And you said, I don't want to talk about this anymore. You were the one who said you wanted to put it to rest. And now you're still sitting here by yourself, all angry about it.
Don't you have any common sense or decency? Have you no clue how that whole thing made me feel? Neither of you has even made a little effort to understand any of that.
Give it a rest. It's all in the past and none of it matters anymore. Our wedding is in the here and now, and that's the only important thing. You're gonna give that speech whether you like it or not.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's right. You know, usually this is something that people ask to do. I have a lot of friends, Beth. And I mean a lot. And I have a ton of them asking to make that speech for me and Martha.
Oh, is that so? And do all of them know about how you two came together? I'm genuinely curious, so please do tell. If they knew, would they still want to give that speech for you?
Like they say, good manners even between friends. There's no reason to bring that stuff into the picture and complicate things.
Oh, of course. I get it now. You two haven't told anyone at all about this whole ugly situation. You're hiding the truth.
Hiding the truth? We're doing nothing of the kind. We've told everyone the important part, which is that we've met our soulmates and we're getting married.
Ha! What a convenient way to sweep your dirt under the rug.
What dirt? It's the truth. I truly believe that she's my soulmate. She's 1,000 times cuter and more charming than you. And more than that, she gets me. I mean, she's the one.
Wow, you just have no clue, do you? I'm right on the edge of really losing my temper here.
Hey, I just thought of something. Now I see it all clearly. You're single and lonely, and that's why you don't want to come to the wedding. Yeah, that's what's going on here for sure. So why don't you find yourself a date for it?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I should have seen it all before now. Sorry it didn't occur to me. I mean, your best friend and your ex-boyfriend are getting married. Of course that's making you feel lonely. And of course you don't want to go to that wedding. I was forgetting about all that.
Actually, none of that matters to me at all. And I couldn't care less about your wedding. I'm not lonely in the least.
Such a tough one you are. Fine, have it your way. But know that you and your boyfriend are especially invited to the wedding, okay? That makes us square, right? Water under the bridge and bygones are bygones.
Yeah, no.
So if you don't want to come alone, bring your man along too. You really should do that, Beth. That'd make it a real celebration that we can all enjoy.
I honestly can't tell if you're joking right now or not.
But wouldn't that be good for you? It would, for sure. Because it's so much easier to keep going when there's a light at the end of the tunnel. All you have to do is just set a goal of getting a new boyfriend by the time the wedding happens. You know that'd be so much better than just stewing about something that happened more than a year ago.
Yeah, you're joking for sure.
I know. Finding a better boyfriend than me is gonna be a tough search. But you gotta go after it with the will and the desire of a 40-something woman who doesn't have time to lose. Ha! This is how you're gonna finally be able to get over me and find a new guy. You can do it.
If you just shut up for a minute and listen, you'd stop all this self-serving nonsense. So listen up. I am over you. And I certainly don't need you advising me to find someone better than you. That won't be hard to do.
Oh, is that so? Then I'll be praying that you find one in time for the wedding. And yeah, I know things must be tough for you now, what with you getting dumped and having our engagement called off before. I know you're hurting, in more ways than one.
Now what are you getting at?
So here's what I'm willing to do for you. I'll give you all the wedding gift money that we get if you can do it. That is, get a better guy than me by the time of the wedding. How's that for a pot sweetener? That's some pretty good motivation to really go after it, right?
So, you're telling me that if I get a new boyfriend and attend your wedding, you're gonna give me all the gift money? Am I understanding you correctly?
Yep, that's the deal. I really doubt you're gonna pull it off, though. Anyway, good luck with that. We won't be holding our breath waiting for you.
Martha, where's my seat? What table do you guys have me at? The reception people told me there's no seat with my name on it.
What? No way. Hang on. You mean you decided to come after all?
Huh? What kind of answer is that? You and Craig just wouldn't let it go, so here I am.
No way. Does that mean you came prepared to give a speech and everything?
Yeah, you know me. The straight-A student, always prepared. I came all the way here, so I'm gonna do what I came to do.
Wow, I'm shocked. You really take the cake, Beth.
What are you talking about? What did I do?
We really didn't think this was gonna go down. This is just too much. I still don't believe it, actually. I mean, your response when we invited you before was just so much fun to watch. We couldn't help but keep going with it. But come on. You didn't really think we had a seat reserved for you, did you?
Are you telling me that was all a joke?
Duh. Of course we weren't actually inviting you, dummy. And yet you still showed up, speech in hand. And, oh my god, did you actually come by yourself too? So, there's no seat for you, and you're gonna have to stand in back with the staff. Oh, this is really just too much.
Oh, really? That's a shame, since I came with my husband, the lawyer.
Huh?
But there's no seating for the two of us, and not even one seat for me, so I guess the only thing to do is for me to give my speech and then go home after that. I feel bad for making hubby stand for this whole thing. I'm sure you understand.
My husband, the lawyer? My husband? When did you get married?
Just last week, actually. So I thought this was a great opportunity to introduce him to you both.
What? How is it even possible that you got married? And to a lawyer? That's not even remotely in your league. How on earth did a miserable loser like you, who got dumped by her fiancé, ever manage to snag yourself a lawyer?
I may have been a miserable loser, but no matter how miserable I might have been, I never sank so low as to shamelessly steal someone else's man. No, the loser here is you, Martha, not me.
Oh, now you're really...
But anyway, where's Craig hiding? I need him to arrange our seats for us like he said he would. Because I brought my better man along with me today, just like I said I would. This is pretty poor form on your part, to be honest. But we'll be gracious and settle for just one seat for my husband.
Now you wait just 1 minute. What's this that you claim Craig told you?
Yeah, he said it to me last time we spoke. Bring your new boyfriend to the wedding if you come. We'll have 2 seats arranged and waiting for you.
That's news to me.
Then you better go and talk to him because it seems like you two aren't on the same page. And here you go again, screaming to yourself from the rooftops. Are you still having trouble with your native language?
Excuse me?
Have him get our seats ready. Chop chop! And tell him his ex-girlfriend is here with her better man.
Hey, did you actually bring a date? And he's actually your husband?
That's right. I married him last week and brought him with me today. You really got on my last nerve last time we talked, with all your get a new man taunting. So I had a few drinks and got on a dating app. I met him on there and we got hitched. How you like me now?
What? Did you go on there and select looking for marriage partner?
It went really well from the start, I must say. After all, I'm smart, interesting, kind, and fun to be with. I guess you forgot all those things about me though, huh? Oh well, your loss. Anyway, that's how it started. We were both smitten, and it got serious pretty quickly.
Serious? You've known each other for a week, and now you're married. That's kind of nuts, don't you think? Dating someone for just a few days and then getting married? Do you really think that's wise?
Sure, why not? After all, I have you to thank for showing me that the length of a relationship is meaningless. Marriage is about momentum and timing, right? He and I both felt it, so we got married. Very simple.
I still don't believe it. I never thought you'd marry someone other than me. I didn't think you had it in you. Thought you'd always carry a torch for me.
What?
To be honest, I thought you and I might still have a chance someday. I thought you'd always be a possibility for me. Thought that, even as my number 2 girl, you'd stay close to me.
Are you high? Were you really thinking that I'd be some pathetic side piece for you? You're despicable. Truly.
Watch your mouth. All guys want a hot wife and a girl on the side. You know it's true.
Despicable. Anyway, that fantasy's not gonna happen, so you can forget about it. I am now happily married, and that's all you need to remember about me.
That's harsh.
And another thing, since it seems you've forgotten about it, I didn't come here today just to show off my new husband. There's another very good reason why I'm here. And that's because I fully intend to collect your gift money. In its entirety, just like you promised me that day. Remember? So you need to see to that right now as well.
What? Gift money?
Yeah. That's what you promised. You did, and you know it. Your exact words were, I'll give you all the wedding gift money that we get if you can get a better guy than me by the time of the wedding.
Come on! That was a joke.
Yeah, no. You'll honor that promise. And if you don't, I'll be forced to ask my husband, the lawyer, to get involved.
Huh?
He tells me that verbal agreements are often valid and can be legally binding. I'm not really well versed in this kind of stuff, but he says he's happy to help if I need it.
Whoa. There's no need for that kind of extreme measure. Bringing in a lawyer. That's a bit unreasonable, don't you think?
What's wrong with a wife asking her husband for his assistance? Anyway, first get us our seats as you also promised that day. Because I also came here to give a speech that you two asked me for. And that's what I'm gonna do. How could you do that? That speech was horrible! Telling everyone all the details of what happened between the three of us. Look what you've done to our wedding! It's completely ruined! Yeah, that's exactly why I had to give the speech. Both you and Craig were keeping a secret from all those nice people who came to celebrate your nuptials. A wedding is a time for celebrating love and truth, and your guests deserve the truth. Now everyone can celebrate together, knowing the truth of what they're celebrating. Isn't that wonderful? Get out of here! You're nuts! You've completely destroyed what should have been a beautiful wedding. Really? Is it really destroyed? According to my husband, that's not the case. He said everyone was listening intently and saying it was a great speech. You and your husband are both clueless. It was totally obvious that the atmosphere got more and more gloomy as you were talking. My own parents even pulled me aside after the ceremony. They told me I was shameless and not to speak to them anymore. You could have avoided that if you'd explained things to them before, you know. Shut up. Shut up right now. And using the speech to demand a monetary settlement from us? That was beyond the pale. Come on. It's been a year already since all that happened. And you're still trying to get compensation for having your engagement with Craig called off? You're nuts. Certifiable. Don't go thinking that just because you married a lawyer you can strong-arm us. You're delusional. Delusional? Not in the least. I'm as clear as can be. No. You're in your own little world on this. It's plain to see. Craig dumped you for me more than a year ago. And you're the one who said to both of us, I don't want to talk about this ever again. You're the one who said that, not us. And yet here you are, after all this time, still holding a grudge against the two of us and demanding retribution. Hey, don't blame me. It's my husband who set me straight on this. Excuse me. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, he filled me in on this. Even things that happened in the past can be legal grounds for restitution demands, as long as not too much time has passed. What? When all that happened with the three of us, I was in shock, to be honest. And I couldn't think straight enough to see it. All I wanted was to be rid of the two of you. I put an end to it just to get away from you both. But to be honest, I kept thinking about it and what I could do to make things right. You can't be serious. Oh, but I am serious. So, just when I was at my wit's end, I met my new man. And it was like fate intervened and he showed me what's possible. I can depend on him, and he treats me well. And he told me, I'm gonna show you how awesome I am. Just watch. He's really great. So, hang on a minute. Any kind of compensation for all that is totally out of the question, especially at this late date. There's no way I could even ask my parents for that money, especially now that you gave that speech. Asking for that now, it's just... Don't worry about the amount now. You'll just have to wait for the legal documents to arrive. For now, just enjoy your special day. Here's wishing you and Craig all the happiness that you both deserve. A few days after that, the two of them received the legal documents that I was referring to. Those documents contained my demand for compensation in the amount of $20,000 each. Martha replied, So we pay this and it's done? Fine! We have more than enough in gift money from the wedding to cover this. And with that, she paid her portion to me. However, she was unaware that Craig had already paid me half of that wedding gift money. You see, he was terrified of my husband and what he might do, so he paid me that money right away, saying, I know I promised you all of it, but this is all we can manage. Please take it and leave us in peace. When Martha found out about it, she went ballistic, telling her friends and family that she wanted a divorce from this idiot, and pleading for their help in doing so. Apparently, they told her that she and Craig were made for each other, and then promptly cut all ties with her. At the same time, all of Craig's ton of friends that he bragged to me about decided to dump him too. I hear that he spends his days now being constantly berated by Martha for his stupidity. I wish them both all the happiness that they deserve. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. If you didn't, or you have anything else you want to say, feel free to give us your opinion in the comments section below. Also, please follow our channel. Your opinions and comments keep us going. We have many more videos that we're sure you'll enjoy, so please check them all out. See you in the next video!